hear it for the boys. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Metal Marty back this time again with the Pillow Talkers. So I've got Dwayne back, our horror fiend, and we brought along Peter, our cameraman, who is no longer behind the camera obviously.
He's gorgeous.
So we are just going to discuss some of our favourite 80s horror movies. Most of these you probably will know. There might be an odd one you haven't heard of, or maybe haven't seen in a few years or whatever, but they're all cool films and we're just going to have a bit of a laugh here. So
you said before I started rolling that none of these were your favourites.
And you said horror movies. None
I said
of them are
our favourites, so some of them are yours, not my favourites.
There's not one horror movie.
There's a couple of horror movies.
Okay, I picked no horror movie. Actually, I did.
I'm going to say it again. Did you know my granny used to say Jesus was crucified between two thieves? Did you know that?
No.
You know, Pete, have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah.
Guess what I've stolen?
Martin's hat.
The last few minutes of the camera.
Art.
All right, yeah. Very nice. Okay, you can see where this is going to go. Okay. Anyway. So we are going to talk some movies just for the fun. Nothing serious, nothing scripted, just the usual banter.
Well, this is all.
So who wants to go first?
Well, sure. Look, I'll go first.
Okay. So Dwayne's going to go up to his first 80s pick.
Now, okay, I'm going to start off. Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
Directed by Sam Raimi and starring Bruce Campbell. This is a work of art. Okay. You can hold it, Martin, because it always looks better in front of your face. And this is Blu-ray, and I don't have a Blu-ray player, so Martin gave me this to use in this video. And I have a special edition of this DVD that I've lost. So that's very sad.
Okay.
The reason this is an oddity, I suppose let's say that again.
Go on. No,
the reason this is an odd kind of movie is that this is technically a remake of the first Evil Dead, starring the same people, Bruce Campbell, same person, Bruce Campbell, and with the same director, only it's a comedy remake of the first Evil Dead, which I don't think any other movie's ever done something like that. Any other
I think the first 20 minutes of this is the remake of the first movie, and then it goes into its own new story then.
But it's still lighthearted and funny.
Oh, it's amazing. Bruce Campbell is so funny in it.
And I don't think any other movie what's the word I'm looking for when there's there's movies like Lord of the Rings and X-Files.
Series of movies?
I couldn't think of the word. Stop, please. Stop it. I don't think any other series of movies has done anything like that has had like a serious horror movie and then a remake being a comedy. Don't think it's ever happened before.
Yeah. Do you like Evil Dead 2?
Yeah.
I love it.
What's your favourite part of it?
What's your favourite part of it?
The bit that's the same as the first film. I just
So
like
the
watching.
first 18
Yeah.
minutes.
Have you ever
then.
seen it? Have you? Be honest.
Yeah, seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
But how do you know what happened?
My favourite is Army of Darkness. Actually,
that's
the third one,
action adventure, but this one's gory and
I love the whole series of all the movies.
Yeah,
even
I
the
think
modern
it's
ones, and the TV series was the best thing ever on TV.
I have the re-release of not the re-release. I have the PS2 Evil Dead game that came
a fistful of boomstick,
and it came with Evil.
That's
Dead
what I got.
2, yeah.
This was the special edition.
I have a lovely edition of this. It's American DVD. It's actually in the Necronomicon. I'll have to show it to you before you leave, which is very soon.
I think this movie, and I'm not trying to sound sappy, this movie changed my life. This is like my roots.
How would you say it changed?
You know the series Roots.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
This was like my roots.
Oh yeah, it's
you know
exactly the same.
Yeah, not exactly the same, but it's like my roots.
The story's pretty much the same. Though.
Yeah, same story. Yeah.
Right, moving along. Peter, do you want to go?
No, we'll keep going.
Okay.
So
So my first pick, so much to pick from the 80s. So I picked this one here. And I've watched this so many times growing up as well. So I've picked Time Bandits from 1981. So this is a Terry Gilliam film. You know Terry Gilliam from one of the Monty Python team.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy that would have done all the artwork from Monty Python and all that sort of stuff.
I've never seen that film.
He's a brilliant director. He's directed so much. He's directed like 12 Monkeys and loads of cool modern stuff that you would know of.
Okay.
But yeah, Time Bandits. Basically, it's a story about a young lad. He's a big fan of
what's it about?
Dragons and art. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Give us a little tease.
These little time bandits, they're little actors.
Okay.
Is that the proper word? Little actors?
Oh, they have dwarfism.
Dwarfism in it. Not in it. They are dwarfs. Dwarves.
No, they have dwarfism.
They have dwarfism. But they're a little bunch of guys who steal a map from a supreme leader, like, you know, it's not
like Kim Jong-un or something.
Not like Kim Jong-un, like, you know, in a fantasy world. But this map is full of time portals to all different sets of times. Think Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So the little actors, the ones with dwarfism, don't want to go there. They they're jumping through time, stealing stuff from Napoleonic times to Greek, ancient Greek sort of stuff. But this little fella little English kid ends up getting brought with them.
All right.
It's very funny.
I'm not sure. This sounds really simple, but did they steal him? Like, how does he go along with them?
They sort of this is going to sound weird, but they end up in his bedroom through his wardrobe. It's not Narnia. It's Narnia business. But yeah, great cast. John Cleese. Who else is in this? Sean Connery.
Sean Connery's in it.
Sean Connery is
Agamemnon.
Agamemnon.
Yeah.
Is it an English film?
English made, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But who else is in it? John Cleese, Jim Broadbent, Michael Palin. Good Monty Python cast, but yeah, great film, classic film if you haven't seen it.
Do you remember when Sean Connery was in
Really
Darby
good.
Gill and the Little People?
I do.
I do, yeah.
Hello, Darby. I'm the new farm help from Dublin.
Do you know the song from Darby Gill?
No.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
go on.
Okay.
Okay, Pete. Now's your moment.
Okay. So these films are not like my favourite films, or they're not particularly kind of hidden gems. These are just films I picked from Martin's collection because he has a huge collection and
He has a huge connection.
yeah, a massive collection. He's well endowed with DVDs. And
Swinging
these are
ar-
films that I
swinging around
have
his
stories
ankles.
about, or I like, and you should like. The first is Little Monsters. I think this is one of the kids' films from the 80s that kind of, it doesn't get anywhere near enough talk. I think it's every bit as good as The Goonies.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. I'm not trying to be
Seriously?
funny. I've never seen it or heard of it.
Oh.
Well, it has Fred Savage, who has the kind of head of a 40-year-old,
Yeah.
and he probably is like 50 here.
Go on,
From the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
It has
Fred Savage always kind of freaked me out a bit.
Howie Mandel as the monster that's under his bed. It's like a total blueprint for what would become Little Monsters.
Monsters,
I think.
Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. But it's better than Monsters Inc.
Yeah. it
well,
is.
well, see, Monsters Inc. doesn't have Fred Savage.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think he, like, am I right in saying he was 70 in this, Fred Savage?
70.
Yeah,
70
like
years old.
Yeah. He's like Gary Coleman, like he's the
Yeah.
same, but it's like the white Gary Coleman.
Yeah. He's
is,
stuck. That guy kind of stuck in a loop. He just never aged.
Fred Savage always had a face I wanted to hit.
Oh,
I just don't know. I just used
Yeah.
to watch. Whenever I did watch
What year was this out in, Peter? Not putting you in the
this
pressure.
was 19. All right,
How the fuck up, Pete?
I'm gonna try my best to remember this. 1989.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does that predate
Predate what?
Beetlejuice? Because I think
No.
Howie Mandel's character is very Michael Keaton Beetlejuice in this.
It is very Beetlejuice. Yeah.
So I think Beetlejuice was before it, or that could be the year before Beetlejuice. One
I
or the
can't
other.
picture. What's her name?
Howie
Harvey Keitel.
Mandel. Do you know the guy
Oh,
from
Keitel, yeah.
America's Got Talent?
And
He
the
was
piano.
the bald guy, the magician. He's a magician as well.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
Yeah.
He did funny magic then.
Comedians are magicians.
Yeah. So yeah, good choice. I loved that movie.
I've never seen
I'm
it.
delighted to get that on Blu-ray.
How many
finally.
monsters out of 10 for Little Monsters?
I would give it 8.5 monsters.
Oh, nice.
How many Evil Dead? How many?
Oh, you can't count after 10. So yeah, that's it. Dwayne, you're up next.
Oh, next. Okay.
We're only doing a few weeks. We'll not be too long.
Well, the next
Height.
one. The next one would be. Well, this would be a shout out to my wife as well, who loves. Who I never actually got into 80s movies until I actually met my wife properly.
Oh.
Until I never got
Did
into.
you meet her in the 80s?
I never got into 80s movies properly till I met my wife. Not
Right.
till I met my wife properly. When I met her first, it was.
Was she like a nurse and using a coma for
Yeah,
a long time? Yeah.
yeah. It was kind of like the
While you were sleeping.
Yeah.
But yes, Fright Night, the original Fright Night. Some people, believe it or not, when this came out,
Right.
didn't know. When the remake came out, didn't know that there was an original in the 80s. I was one of those people.
Oh.
And then when I got this,
Revelation.
when we got this, and because as I said, I was just so silly when it came to 80s. Don't interrupt me.
Sorry.
When it came to 80s movies, I was just kind of a bit left in the dark. But this film is an absolute class. It's it's class. You've seen it, Pete?
I've seen it. Yeah. We watched it in Movie Club.
Yeah, we watched it in movie club one week. Yeah, it's one of my favourite movies.
I wasn't
Horror
there.
movies. 80s horrors.
Where was I?
Soundtracks there. Just in case
you-
anybody's interested.
You was in a coma.
Why are we not there? Yeah.
I don't remember watching Fright Night in the movie club.
Friday night. We
Yeah,
did.
this one here.
We didn't watch it in movie club. We watched it one week.
It was
at
on
home.
Netflix.
Oh, it
Yeah.
wasn't
So you
that.
never watched the movies. But yeah, absolute classic movie.
Power of the night.
Amanda Beers from
That's not this one. Shit, no, I mixed it up with the other one.
Spoiler as well.
Fuck.
Yeah.
yeah, Amanda Beers from Married with Children.
Oh.
She was the neighbour.
Roddy McDowell.
Roddy McDowell from Planet of the Apes, among other things. Who else have you got? Chris Sarandon from this one here, yeah. And and Child's Play 1, he was the cop in Child's Play 1. He was
I was going to say he's a little gingerhead kid.
No, that's he became.
What's his name? He's in loads of horrors after that.
No, he was really creepy because he's a really weird looking fella, you know.
Stephen Joffrey.
And he became like a porn star. You know that?
Did he?
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't.
Oh, apparently, apparently he was a porn star.
I've got his whole collection.
I read an interview.
Oh yeah, you read it, yeah.
What was it, in the back of Playboy or something?
No, he became like he apparently like Screech from Saved by the Bell. He was another, you know. Did you ever see? I didn't see anything, but Screech from Saved by the Bell was in a porn movie called Screech.
How do you know all these porn actors?
Yeah.
I don't know them personally, man.
Like the little curly head fella.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was called Screeched apparently.
Does he have a nice size Mickey?
I didn't watch it, man.
Okay.
Anyway.
Moving along quickly. Yeah,
Yes,
but
Fright
classic.
Night.
Absolute classic. Couldn't have picked a better movie. Okay, my next one, I was going to say my first. Next one is a Sidney Pollack movie. It's a Criterion Collection. Not showing off around, but yeah. So this is from 1982. This is Tootsie. Fuck off. This is Tootsie from Tootsie from with Dustin Hoffman. Amazing movie. Have you seen this?
I've never seen that.
How? Have you got a Blu-ray player? You need to bring this home and watch it.
I don't have a Blu-ray player.
Why a Blu-ray player, man? What are you,
Because I
like
don't
7? You have to have
What
a
do you mean
Blu-ray
7?
player.
There's no Blu-ray players when I was 7.
Okay, back to the
Do you
movie.
want Pete? Yeah.
So what's it about, Martin? What's it?
Dustin
a
Hoffman,
DVD player?
his name is Michael Dorsey, and he's an out-of-work actor. Can't get work, Anton. He's
Right.
he's got a bit of an attitude problem when it comes to work as well, so he can't get jobs.
We all
So
know
he
people like
decides
that.
to dress as a lady. Was that true?
Well,
There's
yeah,
a role
she's
come up in a soap opera.
Right.
General Hospital.
Is it
General
Golden
Hospital.
Girls,
Is it
or
called
is it?
General Hospital?
Goes as drag, is that right?
He goes in drag.
Yeah.
And gets the part.
Oh.
And then he finds it very hard to get out of the part, so he plays along with it. And
That's how you got your job in Ali Kebabish, isn't it?
that's how I got the job.
He makes, when you actually look at the picture of Dustin Hoffman as Tootsie,
Yeah.
like a lot of 80s women looked like this.
Oh yeah.
He makes a
He's
very
Mrs. Doubtfire looking,
very,
isn't
but
he?
he's a very convincing 80s.
It is very Golden
Yeah.
Girlsy.
Yeah.
Golden Girls.
Golden
yeah.
Girls, yeah. But it's a
Well,
great movie. It's fantastic. Brilliant cast in it. You got Gina Davis. You got Bill Murray. You got Terry Garr, who recently passed away from Young Frankenstein. Terry Garr.
Oh shit! Right. I didn't know
You've
he
got
died.
Sidney Pollack, the director, is in this as well. Who
Jackson
else?
Pollock.
Yeah.
Who else? A few people. Charles Durning, from a lot of the Coen Brothers movies. And then my favourite is in it as well. Is it George Gaines?
For your favourite, you did.
Yeah,
have
you
to
did.
read
There's
that.
Eric Lussard
You had to-
from Police Academy.
Right.
The commissioner,
Oh.
commandant from Police
Is
Academy.
Tootsie? Do you like you hear Americans talk about Tootsie Rolls?
Mm.
Yeah, what's that?
Is
about?
that Tootsie Roll and Tootsie? Has that got something to do with like a euphemism for a willy, Martin, or not?
I have no idea. It could be. Being from
Maybe.
Cavan, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Never
But
heard
anyhow,
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie, amazing movie if you haven't seen it.
Show us the inside.
Absolutely fantastic comedy. It's so good. Jessica Lange is great
Good,
as
he
well.
really did.
But I said Jessica Lange was in it. I
Yeah.
did.
He did, yeah. Jessica Lange.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in the King Kong 70s film,
79 King Kong, was it?
yeah. That was a sexual awakening for me. That
Peter, you're on.
Okay, you're not going to get any actors from me because I don't know any actors. but-
Okay.
Okay.
So we're not talking about act. Oh, we are on films.
Yeah. So the next one for me
Awesome.
is Adventures in Babysitting.
Show it to the camera.
This film, right? I have a story about this film. I nearly got kicked out of home when I was like 10 because of this film.
Okay.
What did you do? Was there a scene in it that you tried to emulate?
No, I just made loads of pirate copies and sold them on the black market.
Did you?
No. What I did was I had a mega crush on Elizabeth Shue, actor.
Yeah.
You know her from all the films.
Yeah.
She was in,
Karate Kid.
yeah, she was in
Yeah.
Godfather Part 2,
Turner and Hooch.
Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Short
Shue.
Circuit, she was the robot in Short
She's
Circuit.
in that new series that sci-fi series as well.
But anyway,
There's something very nice. about
she was my first crush.
it. Is she in that?
Yeah, she's like the main
That's
one.
why I was just making sure that she was in it.
Yeah.
Just randomly talking.
Can you imagine
about
if she wasn't there after all this
Yeah.
shite? And and just fancied her like crazy, like fancied her. And we rented this out from the video shop. And I watched it. I thought, this is the fucking best film I've seen. So
on tape.
I hid the
Video.
And like my mum was going crazy. It's like, it's going to cost us 50p a day or whatever to get this thing. And I had it hidden, but I realised I couldn't watch it if it was hidden. So, after about 2 weeks of this video being hidden, I took it back and gave it to her. And then I think we had to pay like the price of the film then.
Did you get a
Big
slap
money.
when you gave it back to her?
Yeah, but it was worth it, man.
It's worth it. It's a
So
good
if
movie.
I ever meet Elizabeth Shue, who's probably like
Which you will.
90 now. I guess
Listen,
like,
I'm sure.
She's
I'm
not
sure-
far from it.
What is she?
I would say she's just touching 60.
but
There's a
yeah.
lad called 60. She's just touching him.
Have you seen this?
Dusty. No, I haven't, but I want to watch it now.
But this is
Listen, man, I'm still a.
But this is another one of those kind of 80s teen comedies, I think, that ranks with Weird Science and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's nowhere near mentioned enough. And Elizabeth Shue is...
Yeah,
Gorgeous in it.
fantastic.
And when was this when you lived in Peterborough?
It is one of the Peterborough.
So it was 50 pence was a lot more money than the 50 pence over
Yeah, it
here.
was sterling rather than...
Oh,
And
shit.
here's one for Nicola at the movie group. Anthony Rapp
oh,
is
who's
the
he?
young guy. He's in Rent.
Yeah.
Does,
Oh,
Nicola loves Rent.
Does Nicola fancy Anthony Rapp?
He's
Is
in
Rent the
the
LGBT?
Is he the
Yeah.
lad...
Oh, okay. So
Jonathan Larson.
Is he the
movie.
lad
She
that
wouldn't get
sings
anywhere.
a really kind of... he sings a song in Rent.
I don't know what the name of the songs are.
awkward silence.
Yeah. Anyway, Deborah Hill produced this as well from Halloween film, John Carpenter film. There you go. Anyway, let's move along. Dwayne, you're on.
Again? No, Pete. Oh no, yes,
No, that was Pete.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Dwayne's third film.
Third film, another one that deserves a shout out to my wife. Her favorite movie, one of her favorite movies, Critters, and also one of mine, because she looks like one of them when she wakes up in the morning. I'm only joking. She's gonna watch this.
No, you said that before the video.
Yeah.
Is that your second film?
Yes, Power of the Night by Johnny Steele that I was singing there. Power of the Night is in this film, and it's a fantastic film. It's like, I think it is the
I think you need to leave that here so I can borrow it. I lent mine out and someone took it and I didn't get it back.
I don't know if the first one's not in it. No, the first one's not in it. It's somewhere else.
Sarah has it.
Sarah has it. Yeah, she keeps it in a safe.
Is that a Gremlins clone?
Was it before Gremlins? What year was Gremlins, Martin?
Don't.
This was
84, 85, is it?
This was 1986. Now I think it's a better movie than Gremlins by far. What
Don't
do you
know.
mean?
I think there was a lot of I don't know why I'm doing this, but little creature horror films around the same time, like Ghoulies
Yeah.
and Critters, and there was a load of those
What
sort
was
of
the
things.
first one? Was it Gremlins? It must have been.
No.
The thing about it is, you see, like this has a ballad.
Let us know in the comments when Gremlins
This
is
is
out.
Power of the Night, and it has furry creatures. And it's just, I think they're more evil creatures
Yeah.
than the Mogwai and the Gremlins in Gremlins.
I can't remember Critters. I have seen the first two.
They are aliens.
Mm.
They come through.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like Critters.
Pete can't remember it.
Yeah. It's one of those movies you wouldn't see too often about, but yeah, good choice. I like it.
Thanks.
I like it. Okay, my third movie. Covering up my shit, I don't know what's going on. Okay, my third movie is another comedy. I sort of shied away from all the horrors because I've been talking about horrors for months on my channel. I'm sure you've all watched the videos. Right. So, from 1985, one of my favourite comedy actors of all time. I was going to do Caddyshack, I was going to do some of the National Lampoon's ones, but I picked Fletch because not everybody talks about Fletch.
I haven't seen it. Don't fucking judge me.
I
Pete
haven't,
hasn't seen
I
it.
haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Fletch?
No.
This is Chevy
Cheers.
at his best, because the other films he's in, okay, he's Clark Griswold, he's great in the National Lampoons, but likes of Caddyshack, he's a number of great actors, but this is just him doing what he does best. So he's a journalist uncovering a plot about drugs and all that. And he gets asked to kill somebody
Okay.
by the person who wants. Not to kill somebody, to murder somebody.
That's killing someone.
So
Martin.
he's a master of disguise. He dresses up as various different races of people, everything, and he's just different
cool,
jobs.
right. Okay.
And it's so funny. I think it's just a class film. Gina Davis is in this as well. She works on the
she's in a lot
newspaper
of
with him. She was in a lot of films like around. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody else that we know in it. The guy from National Lampoon's Animal House is in this. He's the guy that asks him to kill him. I can't see his name on it. Tim Madison. You remember Tim Madison? You know the name? He's in a lot of 80s movies.
No.
But yeah, so I picked Fletch because I absolutely love Chevy Chase.
Was
I
this
think he's
before
fantastic.
Chevy Chase became like a bear with a sore arse and became kind of like a grumpy man?
Did he?
He's a bit of an arsehole, I hear.
Is he, or is this?
No,
just...
I think like him, like.
There was a whole shit about him and Bill Murray and that.
But I mean,
as well.
but you know, I know Bill Murray is confident in his abilities, but I'd be inclined to. I've heard a lot of people give out about Chevy Chase.
Yeah, but I think I've any Chevy Chase movie apart from one I don't really like. I like it, but it's not as good.
Which one is it?
Memoirs of Invisible Man. Like, it's a really good movie, but I wouldn't put it up there with his comedy stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you look at the National Lampoon's movies; they're amazing. The Christmas one's still one of the biggest festive movies out there, and I think Chevy Chase is brilliant. Caddyshack's awesome.
I do like him in the Paul Simon video.
Oh,
I was going to say that. That's my favourite.
What's his name in it? Al.
No, Call Me Al. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my third choice. Back to you, Pete.
Okay. Next is probably the film I've seen more than any other films. And it's where I think, it's not where I think, it's definitely where I got my adoration of Elizabeth Shue.
Oh yes, she's.
That or
Is she in the
Cocktail.
first one?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
right.
is. She's Ali with an eye.
She's the love interest.
She is a love
She's
interest.
in the second one.
Karate Kid. What can be said about Karate Kid really that kind of anyone would want to hear at this point? But
Exactly.
this
Karate jokes.
has Pat Morita.
Pete's not opposed to slapping a bitch,
Mr.
man.
Miyagi.
Yeah, Pat Morita.
It's probably one of the most famous 80s
Who
movies.
actually, I didn't realise until I watched the interview, speaks with a fully American accent.
Yeah, was he in Taxi?
Was he in Taxi?
He was a comedian
Yeah.
first, I think.
Yeah.
Was he a comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think without him, that film probably
Oh, he's class. He's class.
doesn't
Yeah.
work.
It's all the lines from the movie are Pat's, like. Do you know what I mean? The famous lines.
Yeah,
He didn't write screenplay like.
No, but they're the memorable lines from the movie, like.
I do wonder though, like how many kids will have taken karate after this because they're
Oh.
getting bullied in school,
Yeah.
and then they really got their heads kicked in because like you can't learn karate for 3 weeks and then
Yeah.
kind of fight.
Unless you've got an old vintage car you can clean.
yeah,
Especially in a place like Granard or something.
yeah, or Cavan. Like, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Like in the 80s. But, like,
We done karate lessons in the community centre in Ballyheelan years ago.
Nice.
There was a karate teacher and he was showing us a high kick.
Yeah.
And as he was doing the high kick, his bottom foot slipped.
yeah,
And he fell flat in his hole.
I wanted to learn karate as a kid, but my dad wouldn't let me.
Nice.
Why?
He said it was dancing. He goes, those are just men dancing.
Oh, Lord.
So I wasn't.
What's his
allowed
name?
to.
Van Damme, was it?
Your
But
dad
it
was a tough guy.
Yeah, but it probably saved me getting my ass kicked
Yeah.
because I would have thought like,
You
I
could,
know,
you
yeah.
could fucking throw a mean right hook though, isn't that right?
Yeah. What year was
Well,
that out in?
This was.
'Cause, like, all the cast are still
I
going.
think it's
That Cobra Kai,
1984
aren't they?
without looking.
Cobra Kai is right. They're
They're all in that
Have
TV
you
Yeah,
series,
I've watched
original
it,
cast.
and in the last episode, or one of the last episodes, they had Pat Morita as a CGI kind of
Is
representation.
he dead
as well.
now?
He's dead now, yeah.
When
But
did he
in that,
die?
he's still alive. No, he's not. He died.
I
Well, he died-
couldn't imagine watching a full TV series like that storyline.
Well, it's not really this storyline anymore. Like
It's Cobra Kai's story.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
still the same
Johnny
things,
from
still
this
Yeah.
is kind of, you could argue he's probably the main character in the TV series. It's definitely worth a watch.
Johnny. Oh yeah, he's in. But then
he was most hated. He was always the bad guy in
But
a lot
the-
of 80s
yeah.
movies,
But the
wasn't he?
Karate Kid, the
Everybody
Karate
hated
Kid boy
him.
in
Karate
Cobra
Boy.
Kai is a kind of an arsehole, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think that's like when you look back, like he was always a bit of an asshole.
Oh, he's cocky.
Yeah, like
He's
this,
cocky.
like in this, like the TV series Cobra Kai is set up because you look back, you think actually was Johnny the bad guy.
Yeah,
all the way
yeah.
through. Like,
Yeah.
he was-
Like Karate Kid boy, like he's the kind of kid like you know.
Daniel.
Locked him.
Is it Daniel?
Daniel.
Daniel, yeah, whatever. Daniel,
You haven't seen it.
kind of child you'd lock under the stairs.
Yeah, and you know, well, so Daniel also was kind of a good bit older than the other kids.
Was
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, he
He's
was like-
tiny.
36. He
That's
was.
why he won.
He was
36, that's
he
why he
was.
won.
What age was Thingy? Your
Johnny. No, I think
He was
honestly,
older than
I
Mr.
think Johnny
Miyagi.
was a couple of years younger than him
Oh.
when they filmed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the end of my trivia.
Yeah.
How many
Many karate chops.
Yeah, out of 5.
What's your favourite Karate Kid move?
Has to be Crane Technique.
Alright.
Like
My
it's original. Like it is the best film.
one would be
You talking actual karate moves, or you
Karate
talking
Kid move.
Okay, what is it?
Karate Kid move. I have,
I go, don't know, butterfly or something.
yeah, butterfly.
It's butterfly one.
No.
It could be though. It sounds like it could be. So
Okay.
I'm going
Next.
with butterfly. Dwayne, you're back.
I'm back.
We're on the fourth movie now,
Did
so
I
please don't freak.
I done Critters, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have a copy of Footloose.
What's your last one?
It was Critters. Last one was Critters. Didn't I do Critters, didn't I?
Yeah, what was your fifth movie? Oh, you haven't shown it yet. Sorry, I apologise. I'm just sorry, Dwayne.
We don't have a copy of Footloose, but my next film is Footloose. With Kevin Bacon.
Go on. Why?
Yeah.
Because
Why?
it is just I like it. I watched it for the first time.
I'm not a Kevin Bacon guy.
Why not? What's wrong with Kevin Bacon? You see,
There's just something about Kevin Bacon. Like every film I've ever seen with Kevin
Too
Bacon
salty.
in, I just think, I wish he wasn't in this film.
why?
I don't know.
Not like his acting.
I just don't like.
He has a unique looking face.
It might be that, but I don't think it's that because lots of people have unique looking faces. I just think there's something about him that's kind of deeply unsettling. It's an uncanny valley man. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not. There's something kind of not.
Have you ever seen him in The Woodsman?
No.
Don't watch it because you'll absolutely fucking hate him.
Okay.
What's his character in The Woodsman?
It might
I
have
think
been.
he's a paedophile.
Oh.
Pedophile.
Do you know? It could also be the adverts he did. Do you know he did some adverts?
E-mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you buy a phone because of him? No.
No, I would purposely buy a different network.
Yeah, you see, well, we live over here, so that's British.
I like Kevin Bacon.
I like Kevin Bacon. You see, we had a little conversation before the cameras rolling about that you prefer Dirty Dancing as a
The
movie.
Footloose. Who doesn't?
Me. Okay? Because this was out before Dirty Dancing.
Right.
And I just think it's a better movie. I think it's more
Real.
real. Although the fact of, like, I don't think there's ever been a town besides Ballinasloe that ever got freedom by dancing.
Is that what it's about? Like, I would have seen it when I was a kid, but I can't remember.
John Lithgow plays
I like him.
a pastor that is opposed to, like, probably sins of the flesh. So probably, like, the kids can't dance. They certainly can't.
I think Swayze's a better dancer.
Okay,
I think the film is just a better filmer, and even like
I see you smiling. We watched that clip there.
the title of the film, even like it just like Footloose. It's like one. It's like they're doing like one-legged dancing. or something.
No.
An injury he
It
has or
means
something.
that
Should be like-
their feet are loose.
No, it should be Loose Feet.
No, it's
That's what the
no,
name of the film
it's-
should
it's-
be.
But they want. But loose feet implies that they have. No, you see.
Footloose and fancy free.
No, you're just complicating.
No,
it.
it's like
No, that's not
I'm
what it
telling
is.
you, it's
It's a great movie. And
if it's a film about like a guy that's got one leg dancing, call it Footloose.
this people think that
Or
Dirty
The
Dancing.
lace came out of his shoe or something.
Yeah,
Footloose.
People think that Dirty Dancing kind of made it cool for guys to dance. Okay,
I don't think either of those films made it cool for guys to dance.
this movie this movie is like an eradication of toxic masculinity, dude. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
that's where it stopped.
That's fucking.
Whoever
scene
knew
there-
Footloose would be so heavy.
that scene there.
I think-
as I said before, this scene, as I read on the internet in that online LGBT newspaper, this film is seen as the unofficial, the most unintentional gayest film in the world. But it's also a very macho movie because it's macho to dance.
I think the songs bang harder in Dirty Dancing.
Let's hear it for the boys. Come on, man. Dirty Dancing one. That's a shit film. That's shit.
Maybe because
No.
you've heard the songs too many times from Dirty
See,
Dancing.
Dirty Dancing is, but this is like I would choose Footloose over Dirty Dancing anytime. Patrick Swayze is a creepy bastard. Because Baby is really young in Dirty Dancing. Is she not like 16 in that movie?
I really don't know enough about either movie.
The character.
And that's not just being...
She not like 16 and he's like in his 20s. Whereas in Footloose, they're all high school
But
kids.
does he come to town like in Dirty Dancing and he's
No,
a bit
no.
older and
No,
women fancy him because of that?
She's
like,
on her
or something?
holidays or whatever, and she goes in and she sees him doing a sexy dancing, and she's like,
How can dancing be sexy?
I don't know, man. It's
Hate
just
dancing.
people do it. But in Footloose, Kevin Bacon, he's the blow in, and he's the new kid in school, and he's kind of like a tough. He's a tough guy, and he's like.
I think Patrick Swayze would have kicked Kevin Bacon's ass.
We will never know now.
now that's fighting talk, man.
There's it.
Let's fight and talk.
He would definitely lose, man.
Let's fight and talk.
That's
And
Foot Club.
Patrick Swayze had the flipping guts to sing his own song in Dirty Dancing.
Roadhouse as well.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin Bacon can't
She's
sing.
Like the Wind. Killing it. Hungry Eyes.
Did he sing that?
Yeah.
No, that's Eric Carmen.
Oh, there you go. See what I know.
She said, yeah.
Did he sing? Yeah.
Yeah.
All his records, he did.
Oh, no.
I don't know what Hungry Eyes means.
I don't have
That's
Roadhouse. I
like-
have Roadhouse soundtrack. Yeah.
Hungry Eyes makes it sound like the person's tight. Like when you hear, oh, that fella's got hungry eyes.
Okay, I'm going to move this
Listen,
along.
hang on a second.
Oh,
hang on a
fuck.
second. One
Martin,
second.
what is the best film?
Those two.
Footloose or Dirty Dancing?
I would like to see Footloose again because I haven't seen it in so long.
It's a good
I
movie.
don't understand. It sounds to me like one's more like rich folks in Dirty Dancing, and then it's more like small town dungarees, cowboy hats in the other one.
Yeah.
That's because we
Is that
watched.
the way it
That's
is?
because we watched that.
No,
scene.
but that's
Yeah,
what I've
kinda,
always
yeah,
the
it's
impression
kinda,
I've
yeah.
got. So
And that's nice.
I
that's
don't
more-
like dancing. I hate people that are on TV getting paid to dance. Like I hate fucking whatever you call that dancing. What's it called?
Dancing, yeah. That's what they call it.
I'm moving along quickly.
Right, well, next film.
Okay, I'm going to change the subject.
What's the best film, though?
Out of those
Just
two,
pick one, yeah.
You just pick one.
I'm going to go Dirty Dancing because
Pick-
I know it better. Because I know it better. That's not saying I won't watch.
You made the right
Suggest
choice, Martin.
Footloose.
Like,
Nicola will watch Footloose next
I
week. at the
don't
movie club.
give a fuck what Nicola watches.
Well, we'll watch Footloose. You will.
Footloose.
Yeah.
It's the
So
best movie.
anybody in the movie club, comment Footloose. So I'm picking a thriller. Now this is a thriller from 1986. Not that one. A lot of actors and actresses in this you would know.
yeah, lots
I
of
was
actors
gonna
in
say,
it.
lot of
Sounds
actors in it.
good.
So we got Crispin Glover.
Oh,
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
Crispin Glover?
Crispin Glover is Danny Glover's son.
No,
No, Crispin Glover is George McFly.
yeah.
George McFly. Okay, Keanu Reeves. You know him.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill S. Preston. We've got Ione Skye.
She's,
You know Ione
she's
Skye
very,
from John
I'm
Cusack
Ione.
movie. I think it's anything. But she was in a lot of
What's
80s
her name
stuff
again?
as well. Ione Skye.
Never heard of it.
Dennis Hopper's in it.
Oh.
Anyway, it's about a murder in a small town amongst a group of students. But the fact is,
Sounds mysterious.
straight out, you know who the murderer is, and all the friends know who the murderer
Oh,
is.
that
But they're
doesn't
all
sound
afraid to
mysterious.
report it, or they won't. They just don't care less who's dead. They just want to use it as a gossip, a line of gossip.
Right.
Bit graphic,
Yeah.
you know, but it's brilliant. Best thing about this movie is the soundtrack. It's an absolutely amazing
I
metal
can
soundtrack.
guarantee
You got
you-
Slayer, Fate's Warning,
You're Selk.
Hallows Eve. I
You're
love the
totally
soundtrack.
Selk at that.
Footloose is better, man.
This is all going to be about Footloose, man. But yeah, this is a really, really good movie if you
Uh-huh.
haven't seen it. It says brilliant on the back of it, so that has to be
Yeah.
it.
New York Magazine says it's brilliant.
Yeah, well, New York Magazine,
New York
can
Magazine.
only be
Is
right.
it actually what year was it, Martin?
It was 1986.
You're not allowed
Oh.
to read off your page.
I don't have notes.
That actually looks like a modern movie, actually.
But it doesn't when you watch it. It's got that,
Real 80s vibe.
yeah, it's got that look for
You
it.
can smell it.
But yeah, but it's a great movie. It's a great movie if you haven't seen
Smells
it.
like
River's
cigarettes.
Edge. Note the way I'm keeping my reviews short and sweet. Not going off on a tangent. Peter.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you've seen any of these movies, let us know in the comments. It's all about the comments.
Okay, so again, everybody's seen it. And it's not my favourite in the series. My favourite in the series is Dream Warriors. Yeah,
Me too.
part
Oh,
three.
okay. I haven't seen Dream Warriors.
but the
Don't-
first
don't-
one-
Don't hate me. It is a classic.
What?
Dave.
Yeah, the first one was another video shop rental. I have older siblings, and when I was about 8 again, they rented out A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I watched it when I was like 7, 8 years old, and I had nightmares for
On Elm
like
Street.
years and
Did
years.
you live on Elm
Yeah, I
Street?
did.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. Like, you know, it's
And
scary.
like I had nightmares that were reminiscent of the dreams in these films, but because of that, like it is just
we ever,
a film that's kind of
we ever lying in
linked.
the bath and a few knives comes up between your legs and tries to drag you down. Like, remember that scene?
I do remember that scene. That's
it
never
happen?
happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
But I have been swallowed by a bed and then spewed out by the bed, and
There you go.
which
Are you
is
Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp.
yeah.
Was that? Oh no, I was going to mention the shitting in the bed a bit again, but
Yeah.
better not.
Amanda Heard.
But yeah, why was that? 84.
This one.
I think it was 84. Elm Street 1. But it's an absolute classic, and still to this day, it's one of the jumpiest movies I've ever watched. It still
One of the
still has
jumpiest.
that jump factor. Even
I
if
think
you've
it's
seen it
one
loads
of the
times.
best premises for a horror movie.
Mm.
I think they totally shit the bed with nearly all the movies. The
I've heard
second
again.
film is the second film is like a nonsense, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then you could take the first and the third film and forget the rest, and it'd be like almost a perfect.
Definitely one of the scariest characters in any horror film, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Do you think even, I know you're talking about the first one, but do you think it had more potential?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think it had more potential as a movie or as a series? Like, if you know what I mean. Do you think like you say 1 and 3 is your favourites, but like, do you think the other movies, haven't watched them?
Yeah, I think. Like, I don't really know a lot about directors and movies and stuff, but I think
you done this video last week.
Is the first and third? Is this
The same
that
director?
the original director? Yeah.
Well, I know Wes Craven done the first one.
I think is Wes Craven the first and third?
I'd say they're all Wes Craven movies.
Are they?
I don't know, but yeah,
But there has to be a reason for the dip, and like I think
maybe different screenwriter or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to, like, maybe honestly.
But I mean,
after the first one, maybe he was
once you
trying
put out a classic movie, the first one, which is everything you want in a horror movie, very hard to follow it up. So Freddy's Revenge, it's a decent movie, but there is a lot of stupid shit in it.
Do you think maybe?
But then
he
the
was
third
trying
one, they really got it back there where they started doing the Dream Warriors and the Dream Master, bringing the whole people going into the dreams and everything. It really made it interesting.
like reminiscent of movies nowadays. You think like he was trying to kind of do it for an audience rather than have a good story and just have people.
I don't know, but again, horror. I don't know if there is a series of horror films where the consistency of quality lasts.
Any of the series like Friday the 13th or anything like that. There is dips all over the place.
Yeah.
Halloween series, there's dips. Evil Dead, yeah.
There's no fucking dips.
No, there's no
in
dips
Dead,
in Evil Dead. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
definitely not.
Yeah, but it's the same
Definitely
film twice and then another film.
But it's a comedy.
I keep saying 18 minutes. I think that's roughly what it is.
Yeah.
18
It's a
minutes
classic.
is
You
it.
have to watch Evil Dead 2 again. Man.
Next.
Evil Dead, they're all great movies. Apart from
Just me again, is it?
Yeah, you're on your last movie,
My
Dwayne.
last movie.
An
An absolute
glad
classic.
to hear.
Glad to hear.
No, but that we were finishing.
My favourite movie of all time, Raiders of the Lost Ark. This movie, like, I will argue till the old bulls come home that this is just one of the best movies ever.
Third Dirty Dancing.
What? You prefer Dirty Dancing?
Jesus.
Go fucking hell. Like, I'm not going to curse anymore, Martin. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
No, this film, this is reminiscent of the 1930s kind of little short adventure movies that George Lucas loved as a boy. And it is it's a lot. Once you watch it, the amount of times that I've watched it, you realise that Indiana Jones himself is the most imperfect hero, because in this one and any of the other movies, he doesn't actually get to keep any of the artifacts he's after.
Yeah.
He's a pretty dismal, bad treasure hunter, but he's a hero. He saves people, and some of the enemies in this, Arnold. Major Tote, the fella that the face melts at the end.
Right.
He's one of the best. I think he's a really good villain. He's only in it for 17 minutes, but he's a fantastic villain. He's a very unnerving. It was. What year was that? Hello, Flowline. I think it's 1981, I think. I didn't actually check. My notes is gone. But yes, fantastic film. What do you guys think about Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I loved it. I seen it in the cinema, and then I seen Temple of Doom in the cinema.
You're old.
That's
Man.
how old I am. But yeah, I mightn't have seen that. That's why I was asking about that in the release date. I mightn't have seen it on the release year.
Yeah.
But I definitely seen Temple of Doom when it came out on the release year.
Wow.
And it was one of my favourite movies ever. It had graphic comics, novels about it.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love that. I always call that a Christmas Day movie.
It is a
was
Christmas
always seen
Day
to be on
movie.
TV. It's like James Bond. It was always coming on like at that time.
Incredibly violent for a PG-13 movie
Yeah.
as well, because that ending scene of the melting and the
airplane bit.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's that's in it.
Wasn't that the kind of? Wasn't that made because George Lucas couldn't get a Bond film? Was that?
Yes, he wanted to do a Bond movie,
Yeah.
and it's not that well, he probably couldn't get one, but he wanted to do a Bond movie, and then he decided to scrap the idea of doing a Bond movie and make up his own hero. That was similar to Bond, but a lot more rougher around the edges.
I never liked Bond. I prefer.
Oh
Indiana
man,
Jones
yeah,
to
hands
Bond.
down, Indiana Jones is like one of the best. When I think movie heroes, like Indiana Jones ranks up to the top. Even with all the magic heroes, like
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
stuff.
It's good.
Yeah.
I just
No, it's
my
classic
favorite movie.
movie.
I could watch. That's the movie. I could watch that movie every week. And just never get sick of it. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. My last
Okay.
movie. It's just okay. No, it's a classic movie. Like Jesus, it's amazing. there was a dip in that series as well, obviously. You
Oh
know,
well, yeah. Well, fuck.
You
It's
know.
always going to be a trilogy to me.
Yeah.
And the last two movies can go suck shits.
Suck shit. Okay, my last movie in this video is Eric the Viking from 1989.
Never seen it.
These guys were saying you've never seen this. That's amazing. Like, so yeah. So this is 1989, set around the time of the Vikings, or whatever. So yeah,
70s,
it's another
Clues in the title.
lovely artwork. Now it's another major or kind of period time romp again. Lots of Monty Python actors again in this. Tim Robbins is the lead actor. He's Eric.
Is it?
So yeah, so he leads.
Shawshank.
He leads a bunch of Vikings from his village. They're going to Asgard to
Isengard.
not
Taking the hobbits to
Isengard.
Isengard. God.
So yeah, so he's taking them to Asgard to crossing the sea. You know, all that fear of the edge of the world and the whole lot in it.
Yeah.
Meeting load of mythical creatures and dragons and Temptress. Imogen Stubbs is in it. The lovely Imogen Stubbs. Terry Jones is in it. Directed as well from Monty Python. So yeah, but it's not slapstick, but it's very, very funny, very, very Monty Python-esque.
But it's not a comedy, no?
Oh, it is a comedy.
Oh, it's a comedy, right.
Ting's in it as well. What's his name?
Ting.
Ting. The
Ting!
John Carpenter is the Ting. Mickey Rooney.
Oh,
Oh, with the
Mickey
the
Rooney. Yeah.
lumpy face.
Yeah, but there's great banter between all the guys
has
on
Mickey
the
Rooney
ships
got
and
a
that.
lumpy face?
It's Tim Robbins.
That looks bit funny, doesn't it?
But yeah, Eric the Viking. It's a fantastic
Was
movie.
Mickey Mouse named after Mickey Rooney? Is that?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh. Eartha Kitt's in it. Remember Eartha Kitt did Catwoman
How
in the
could I
old
forget?
50s or 60s Batman TV series as well. And she
Okay.
still has that voice in it as well.
Which voice?
That voice.
But yeah, if you haven't seen this, man, if you like Jabberwocky or Eric the Viking or any of those sort of period pieces, even Time Bandits.
If you like Eric the Viking, you like Eric the
you'd
Viking.
like that. So what's it about, man?
That's did I not just tell you that?
Yeah, Tim Robinson, he was a good looking fellow, wasn't he? In fairness.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. It was unusual. Like 90% of the cast is probably English. And
This is what he done,
was in it,
like when he escaped Shawshank.
I think
That's
it was-
how he escaped. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this is what he done
That's
after.
director's cut.
I think he like done Jacob's Ladder like soon after this, like, you know, which is a weird movie to be
Yeah.
doing. But that's a good. There's Imogen Stubbs there.
Oh, she's a
Remember
very...
her?
Do you see his role in High
Terry
Fidelity?
Jones.
and some women, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
He's amazing in High Fidelity.
Yeah.
Imogen
But,
Stubbs, she's a bit. She's...
Yeah, there's John Cleese there in it.
All right.
But yeah, very good, very funny film. So that's my last film from the 80s video.
Okay.
Peter, you're up. You've got the final shout on the 80s.
Oh, I feel like I've...
So yeah, let us know in the comments if you've seen these movies. If you want us to do another 80s video of what about 5 movies each that we absolutely fucking hate?
Oh, that'd be a good.
That'd
one.
be fun.
Yeah, and hopefully someone else likes it. And we can
Doesn't,
Yeah.
doesn't include Footloose.
have a bun. Fuck off, man. Footloose is a fucking good film. Okay, people will agree with me.
This might be
Let's
an
say-
anticlimactic final film,
Okay.
but I think it's...
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a video as well.
Yeah.
It is
oh,
VHS.
yeah. We should have brought
Okay.
all these out in video. Well, we haven't got them all. But
So I
we should
love
have that in-
Richard Pryor and all of his movies.
Yeah.
But this is the only one that Martin had in his collection, I think. Is it?
Of Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
No, I've got like Star Crazy and the Woman in Red.
Okay.
Seen a Weevil, Hearing a Weevil.
Oh,
was
it's
90s
fucking
probably
classic,
though.
man.
But this stands alongside those. Maybe not Seen a Weevil, Hearing a
Yeah.
Weevil. Richard Pryor, John Candy, in another kind of like perfect scenario for a film. Like the premise for this film is something I've thought about maybe at least once or twice a year since I've seen it in the 80s. The kind of how would you get rid of so much cash?
Yeah. What would you do if you
Oh,
won a
okay,
million?
right. Because I didn't know what it was about. I've never seen
Have you
it.
never seen this?
No, I've never seen it.
This is a definite recommendation. This is probably legitimately the best film of this bunch that I've picked.
That was good as
Movie.
Footloose, though, man.
It's way better than
It's
Footloose.
not fucking
It
way
is.
better than Footloose.
Martin.
I can't comment on Footloose. As I said, but I love Brewster's Millions. I'll always watch it when it's on TV.
And the pairing, you think Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor is like there isn't, I don't think, a better comedic
Yeah.
pairing. But John Candy and Richard Pryor,
Great.
You couldn't have an 80s video without John Candy, anyway.
Yeah.
Popping up
Yeah.
somewhere.
It's really sad because he really died very young, didn't he, John Candy?
Yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah. Seriously, what the fuck?
What would he be doing if he was here now?
Spelling Brewster's Millions.
I'd say.
He's trying to get out of his coffin. That's what he fucking.
Oh, I was going to do the hand gestures.
Jesus.
What would he be doing right now?
I don't know.
Hand gestures.
Hand jet. What?
Scratchy. But anyway, yeah. But it's a great movie.
But yeah, like if you haven't seen this, and if you haven't seen this,
yeah, he inherits $30 million and he has to have it spent in a certain time frame. But he
get more money.
can't blow it to
Oh.
get more money. He can't blow it. You know what I mean? He can't give it away. He has to.
he can give so much away to charity and stuff, but it has to be legitimately, like every penny has to be accounted for. And it's like, well, you think that's easy, but
And is it like if he doesn't spend that money, he loses the money he has then as well?
he
Is
loses the money
Yeah.
that he's kind of set to gain.
it-
Whereas now, like you could invest it all in like crypto or whatever, and it's like freaking worth nothing
Yeah.
a week later. But in the 80s, it was hard to do.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how hard it is to get rid of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 80s, there was recession in the
Yeah.
80s, isn't there? It wouldn't have been hard.
It's
here.
good. It always reminds me of
Would you like to see a cassette?
like
Yeah.
trading places and that sort of stuff. It has that sort of look to it.
Can you imagine if I pulled that out and it was a blue movie that Martin had in his collection? That was the screenshot from Saved by the Bell.
You know, there's people there's
Bruiser's Millions.
there's people alive today that have never seen one of these.
Yeah, show the people.
Yeah.
The people.
Show the minions.
Yeah. What do they taste like? Roy?
Show the Martin Mickeys.
Please don't nick my VHS.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Remember the smell of a VHS?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to remember. You got one there.
They don't have a smell, do they?
Yeah.
Do they? Smell? Probably smells like
This is
Martin's
fucking
hands
weird.
and sweat. No, it doesn't smell like
It
nothing.
doesn't smell like anything. Where
I
did it come
didn't smell
from?
like anything.
Is it a video shop?
Um,
There's a yoke on the side there. Blockbuster.
that would have been Extravision, which was like Ireland's biggest.
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ireland's
It's got an
blockbuster.
Extravision
I'm trying to think
football.
of Choices from
Leather
England, if you
football.
remember that.
Really? Extravision, yeah, that was our Blockbuster, and it only closed there in the last 10 years, 15 years,
Last 30 years.
10 years.
Last 30,
Listen,
40 years.
Me and Sarah still
It
used
was
to go
never
to
open.
used to go to Extravision on a Friday night to rent a DVD. Like,
Kimber and Cavan had an HMV for about a week.
no,
Yeah.
they didn't, did they?
Yeah.
Where?
Then where Extravision was.
Yeah, they acquired all of the Extravision, so it was like Extravision HMV, and you could go there.
This
and
was
buy-
after Extravision shut.
They
Yeah.
were like.
I think they
working
brought them out.
side
Yeah.
by side, and they all the HMV stuff in the Extravision, and then HMV took over, and then they closed.
His master's voice.
Do you think films have kind of become less good now? You can just watch what you want.
I
when you
think
want?
so. I would argue that. I think so. I think films nowadays they just lack they lack
Yeah.
the balls that they used to have.
Yeah.
But you didn't. Do you like you on Netflix now or the dodgy stick, if like Martin has, like. Because there's so much choice. Like, you give a film, like, 10 minutes. Even if 10 minutes like this is shit, turn it off.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you got a film...
You
like,
rented it, you had to watch it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because being from Cavan, you suppose you wanted to get your money's worth.
Well,
as
that was
didn't
it.
you? You're like, oh, fucking
As we
€2.
said this in the movie club, there's just too many movies being made now. There's no thought going into them. They're putting a major actor in a movie and assuming it's going to do well, and it's just complete dog shit.
they're making
That's why I watch so many older movies these days, because I couldn't be arsed with new movies. They're all
They
shit.
seem to be making movies for audiences without actually coming along with a decent
Yeah,
story.
yeah. There's
That's
no thought going into
But they-
movies
like
anymore.
they're-
They're just putting them out.
Me-
For streaming services like Amazon Prime
Yeah.
and Netflix and all that. There's
But movie makers are coming along going like, we're going to do a movie
You know.
like this because people will like this. Why
Yeah.
don't you just write a good
whoever
movie?
wrote the guy who
film
wrote the
it and
screenplay for this probably wrote 3 or 4 movies in in space of decade or something like that. Put a bit of effort into them.
Yeah.
What deception.
Well, no, but I'm just
Pull that
saying.
right out your asshole. He probably wrote one movie and then he
done
died.
that.
Yeah, he probably did that.
It just says this is his only movie.
It's like
But
Harper,
you know where I'm
Harper
coming
Lee,
from.
who wrote One Flew Over the To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the only book she ever wrote in her life.
Yeah, they just set
Gone
itself
with
on
the Wind.
fire.
And then she died and there's
Yeah.
another book someplace.
Probably happened.
She worked in Tesco or something.
She worked in
She's not
Tesco.
writing anymore. Right, we're gonna leave it there. I don't know how long that was. It was so good. Stop grabbing me.
Is there anything you want to say, Martin?
No, just thanks for doing the video again, lads.
You're welcome.
I hope you enjoyed it. This is trademark now.
Anything else you want to say, Martin?
No, not about 80s
Thank-
movies,
thank
but we
you.
will be back to do another one. We will
Yeah, I
do.
think it's good. Yeah, it'll be
We will do. Will we do an 80s one or 90s one next? Will we do our five movies we hate and why you
Yeah.
hate it?
yeah, yeah.
Because that's good. Like, it's always nice to give out
It's
about
always good
stuff.
to get-
Everything
it's
can't be brilliant,
It's
so
always,
let's give out
it's
about
always
something.
good to have a bit of tension.
That could be anything. Is it like 5 films that people love that we hate? Because you could just have
Yeah, you
any old
can,
shite,
you can
couldn't
pick shit that nobody's even heard of. And
So
you
okay,
don't like it.
5 movies that people love. If you pick fucking Footloose, I swear to God, I will light you.
I don't hate it. I just don't think it's as good as Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, but you have to have a reason why you don't like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
'Cause
I
Patrick
think that'll be
Swayze
good
isn't-
fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a bit of crack, but yeah, the Pillow Talkers will be back on the next one soon enough, I hope. And yeah,
Did
cheers.
you really hope?
No, well,
Right, can we kiss before you go?
no, he's can
I already
fuck
kissed
off.
him. I already kissed him.
Just leave us a comment down below if you like any of these movies or what you think of them or what do you think of our opinions on them or give us suggestions for doing some Pillow Talkers movies. We're turning this into a fucking movie channel.
Yeah.
Just realised.
Are you gonna edit this?
A bit. Why?
I'm just asking.
All right. Yes. No, I'm not. This
Bye,
is raw footage. See you later. Cheers.
Bye,
Thanks.
Matt.
Bye. Say goodbye, Peter. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Do you really
How
have
do you
a cha-
end it? I have to get up.
Do you really have a channel, or are we just doing this?
No, he has a
Can
channel,
you imagine
yeah.
this just for his personal collection?
Oh my fucking god.